Hello, this is Stef. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to watch a video together. The video we're going to watch is by Programmers Are Also Human. So a YouTube channel that is really hilarious for the people who program, for the people who are in the world of programming, because so if you are programming with something, you will find the video for you, and there will be also other videos coming. So the latest one was about 3 weeks ago, and the one we are watching is 1 month ago old. And yeah, so we're going to see interview with FFMPEG Enthusiast in 2022. So you see the families that, so if you're working in Python, you have 2 videos. If you're working with C#, you have a video. If you go work with Java, we have another video, Perl, JS, and C++, and so on. So before watching, I remind you to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below to get updated about the other videos that I'll be releasing. And for the moment, let's get started. Okay, let me put the headphones. Let's get started.
Roses are chrominance blue, water is chrominance red. I suggest you dive into FFMPEG.
So it says, a rhyme. Roses are chrominance blue, water is chrominance red. So it is convince you that FFMPEG is the best, and actually it's true. So the chrominance red, if you put it to the maximum, you obtain green. So if you have something in the middle, you have a tone of greenish. So something that reminds the plant. So it is at least real. So you appreciate that other than being hilarious, he is working about real stuff that the people are dealing with usually all of the times. So there's the last sentence.
Blue, water is chrominance red. I suggest you dive into FFMPEG.
I suggest you dive into FFMPEG. So this is something that I suggest you to.
Or real codec? Does taste have a codec?
Once you're working so much time with encoding, decoding, etc., so a codec is an interface to the world you have around you. So everything works by codecs. So this is something that, yes, you have the feeling.
Most people go into, I don't know, iMovie to do a quick edit and then export for 20 minutes. They haven't heard of FFmpeg. And FFmpeg, 2 minutes. Proprietary.
So yes, so usually with FFmpeg, everything is faster. The only tedious thing and very slow is building the right command. So you got to try many times and then think of it. It takes a lot of time. So okay, 2 minutes for the execution and the work done. But to prepare the command, it takes a lot of time.
Export for 20 minutes. They haven't heard of FFmpeg. And FFmpeg, 2 minutes. Proprietary codec.
Proprietary codec. So codecs that are not directly played, so that are not played by the normal software that we have around us. So you need a special treatment to open them. Either you got to build your own codec, and this is something that is not so easy first, but not so common also, or a rearrangement of a code string with a codec that is known. Most of the times is H.264, is a flavor of H.264, and so it is rearranged in order to not to be played well. And you got things like this all the time where you're working with that. So I worked with proprietary codecs a decent amount of time in my life, and that's where I dived into FFmpeg, and screens like this were every day present.
The codec can't be transcoded in FFmpeg. Does it really exist?
In fact, if a codec is not there, for you it doesn't exist. It's true.
Sorry, codecs. The codec can't be transcoded in FFmpeg. Does it really exist? FFmpeg uses multi-threading by default. Ah, so efficient. Power of
efficient, yes. So it's so as before, what you do in 20 minutes, it is done in 2 minutes.
Open source. Replace the audio.
Power of open source, yes. So this is open source, and the community is really active, and thanks God there is a program like this, there is a library like this around. Otherwise, the world would have been a bit more difficult in the video encoding and decoding world.
No problem. Fix the image? No problem. Convert the video? No problem. Concat a PNG sequence? No problem. Create a non-playable file? No problem.
No problem. But the problem is you have them.
Yeah, I can apply a lot. In FFmpeg. Are you a codec? Well, this color codec is offsetting, but I know how to change it. What codec is it? Well, I don't really know. FFmpeg does it for me. H.264.5.7. Oh, you want me to use the other shot? In FFmpeg.
7 is about to get out, so get ready. So now there we are. H.265 is getting a bit more and more common. H.266 is already established, but there's an H.267 along the way, so it's not invented 100%.
FFmpeg, no problem. What you're seeing here are...
As you can see here, now if we go back
you want me to use the other shot? In FFmpeg, no problem. What you're seeing...
So this is the effect of a kind of interlacing, and so these jagged lines like this, and let's see later.
Here are the interlaced artifacts. No time to explain.
The interlaced artifacts. So when you interlace and you deinterlace, so interlacing it's actually two frames put together. What you need to do for the deinterlacing is to separate these two frames that are merged together, but you got to do it in a way such that you don't see artifacts later, and one of them will be quoted later also in the video, but sometimes you have the artifacts that are coming out. Depends on what you are doing in this operation.
But setting the Yade filter to default gives...
So the Yade filter is yet another deinterlacing filter, and so Yade is one of the most common used deinterlacing filter. And it puts by default, so you create the artifacts because of this. But usually with the default parameters, everything should be working okay.
Really good results. No time to explain.
These are usually when you cannot decode part of the video, you get something garbled and green like this.
Did I say I love FFmpeg? What do you mean the video is not playing in QuickTime? Do you know what?
QuickTime always gave problems when I was working, and QuickTime you always had problems. It was working everywhere except QuickTime, and we always astonished what.
FFmpeg supports OCR. I haven't found the command yet, but it does.
So OCR, optical character recognition. Yeah, I didn't know that also. We got to try. There are other programs that let you do OCR, but with FFmpeg, never tried. I don't know if there exists something.
Support it. It does support it. Okay. You know I cut a whole documentary in FFmpeg. I also generate my presentation from config. You know I cut a whole documentary in FFmpeg. I also generate my presentation from config files. Set the luminance expression, set the chrominance blue expression, set the chrominance red expression. Why don't we just use FFmpeg to convert all the chrominance blue expression, set the chrominance red expression. Why don't we just use FFmpeg to convert all our videos? Because media encoder doesn't use CPU and RAM fully, let's be honest. It's dynamically linked. And then Premiere Pro has the
dynamically linked. I usually use the static linked, but
worst encoders on this planet, and After Effects rendered on a single core for the majority of its existence. Even Premiere Pro doesn't use multi-core rendering properly, unless you have a proper setup. And do not buy into Xeons for rendering.
So now it's denigrating the other players, not using multi-core properly. And yeah, in fact, I saw that sometimes if you set multi-cores, you have errors, artifacts, stuff like this. And it's partially true. It's true.
But if you simply are looking for a better deinterlace, hardware is the solution. You know I cut a whole documentary in FFmpeg. The fun thing about Premiere Pro is hardware is the solution. You know I cut a whole documentary in FFmpeg.
So he did a whole documentary in FFmpeg.
Fun thing about Premiere Pro is it will crash for arbitrary reasons, especially on Sundays, because Creative Cloud is on holidays.
So it's true because, well, while I was working at FFmpeg, I've never seen it crashing. So especially in the latest releases, I never seen a problem why encoding a video if it is standard. If it is proprietary, okay, some problems, but it's normal since you don't have a you are using FFmpeg for kind of the wrong reason, but at least you have it there. Never seen abrupt crashes or stuff. So if the video starts, the video ends. So it's very, very, very sweet about that case.
ProRes 422 on FFmpeg, no problem. It has the newest encoders, except for anything proprietary. Let's see what.
In fact, at least for anything proprietary, nothing. So the thing is that FFmpeg has its own pool of codecs, and for the support of external thing, you got to write something for it. So it doesn't accept external DLLs. So if you have the DLL from the program, there's not so much you can do.
FFmpeg, no problem. It has the newest encoders, except for anything proprietary.
And you see the artifact.
Let's see why the monotonous DTS isn't matching. No re-encoding allowed. V-codec copy only.
V-codec copy only. So he's using the old flags V-codec. Now it's getting a bit deprecated, so you got the -V:(C), the one I usually use in the videos. So I remind to the original video, the first video, one of the first video that published about FFmpeg. We were talking about VC copy, and usually the copy stream is one of the mandatory things that you need to do once you have a stream. So you don't want to re-encode in order to recompress it. You will lose quality all the time. So it's something that you wouldn't like to do.
Output is as readable as it gets, and you can't scroll back up in standard shell. How is WebM in 2022 the only one that natively supports transparency?
Supporting transparency is one of the things that I've never seen a video, and thanks for telling me that WebM can get transparency. For images, it's quite easy. PNG support the so-called alpha channel, the transparency. But here, yes, the thing is not so supported with videos. In fact, you got to play with chroma keys and chroma color, green screens, etc. To obtain what you would like to obtain out of the video. So it's a post-processing yes, processing in the middle, but supporting natively transparent pixels is something that is not possible, but WebM supports it. Thank you very much.
We have flying cars, but oh, beware of transparency. You know what you should learn?
FFmpeg.
Know the chrominance levels of your video file. 2022, we have flying cars, we have GIFs, GIFs, and we
GIFs. I usually use GIF as term. GIF, somebody else. It's equivalent actually, but I saw some of you appreciate the fact that I say GIF instead of GIF. Thank you very much for the appreciation.
still don't have transparent formats. RGB plus alpha. What is this? How do you maintain audiovisual materials? A proper care. First, wash and dry your hands thoroughly. Then use FFmpeg. You're getting Matroska for Christmas.
So the thing is, wash your hands first and then use FFmpeg.
First, wash and dry your hands thoroughly. Then use FFmpeg. You're getting Matroska for Christmas, and you're getting Matroska for Christmas.
Nice, Matroska for Christmas for everybody.
The ones who get it, get it. Personally, I prefer to use Matroska container due to its flexibility and low overhead. The conversion to Matroska, here are 3 ways to do it in FFmpeg.
Matroska is one of the best. This is one of the belief that the people using FFmpeg say. No, it's not the belief, it's a good container, that it's the present / the future of video containers. So we pass from AVI, so as my memory as while using videos, AVI was the mostly used because it allows a huge variety of codecs, both audio and video, pretty much all of them. Then MP4 is a bit restrictive, but is the one of the most used, and MKV accepts pretty much everything, and plus a lot of things. So we saw some other videos. I'll put a card here on top. We used it for the chapters, so you can put chapters, subtitles, everything. So it's quite a versatile container.
one of them should work. Depending on which version you have, MP4 is not a format that allows for low-level concatenation. Demuxer.
And before there is a problem. Yes, it doesn't allow so much low-level bit concatenation.
Demuxer. Oh yeah, it will re-encode because it internally uses PCM32 format, not PCM16. You know I cut a whole documentary in FFmpeg. Oh, you like the fade in the video? You know how I did it?
FFmpeg.
How did you know? Do you use FFmpeg? Can I show you? FFmpeg is stable, usually.
Yes.
But then it will explode if you have an apostrophe in your file name, because it doesn't understand that. 3 apostrophe mean 1 apostrophe in the file name. And then you'll spend 3 hours.
So it's the amount of apostrophes to understand that there is an apostrophe. So the fact is to use at least apostrophes as possible.
Hours on Stack
Don't use them.
Overflow. You know this site is basically just file name. And then you'll spend 3 hours on Stack Overflow. You know this site is basically just FFmpeg behind an Nginx. Let's see how we can convert this perfectly fine format EIA 608. I guess you'll have to re-encode. Oh, there's a new version of FFmpeg out? I'll just quickly build it from source. Nah, I can't wait. I'll download the binary. I know the website looks like a scam, but it's really...
Yeah, you tend always to compile your own version of FFmpeg as we did. But okay, there's the binary ready, and it has all the pools of codecs that you have. Maybe the problem that you have might be the licensing. So if you need a GPL, LGPL, etc. So the one that you have in the website with all the codecs is LGPL because it has other types of libraries. So if you want the GPL or something like that, so you got to compile your own or find the GPL one.
Build it from source. Nah, I can't wait. I'll download the binary. I know the website looks like a scam, but it's really not. Don't.
Yes, the website at the first glance appears like the scam website where you got the grid button, download and stuff. And since all the other players are present like the scam websites, so you got to navigate through the buttons and stuff. It is quite similar, but no scam.
Download the binary. Is this the right website? All of this? Just one command. Oh, there was an issue in the... Here's some news from FFmpeg. House key and household video filters. HSV key and HS speaks decoder. Lit placebo. VFlit Vulkan. ADBCS.
So things you've never heard of. And maybe you will never use it. You will use it in the future. But you're always enthusiastic. A new thing. Oh, this and that. So actually some of them that is mentioning I've never heard, but anyway, cool. They're there. Maybe in the future you will use them.
RPCA, Moflex, ANLMF, T-Mid Equalizer. Finally, Mods Demuxer is like Harry Potter. You know what's hard? Beating FFmpeg in terms of decoding speed, unless it's a proprietary codec. Well, I fixed my issue by not using FFmpeg, but MKV Toolnix using the
Yes, so MKV Toolnix is a tool that is especially thought for MKV files, and actually it saved me quite some times because it's okay. You can rewrap into MKV in a proper way, let's say, and also it lets you analyze the MKV videos. So if you have some things, it tells you all the binaries. It makes you scanning, parsing of the whole MKV string.
MKV merge command. Did I say I love FFmpeg? I must have forgot a space somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Always.
Okay. ARMv6T. That's what I was looking for. You know you can accelerate FFmpeg with CUDA. You just need to have the right version and the right drivers and the right graphics.
Yes, okay, FFmpeg supports CUDA, and it saves you a lot of time while you have to re-encode, and it's something that is really appreciated. You need the right hardware, the right drivers, and everything, but if it works pretty well.
Graphics card.
So the PC I'm using, there is an NVIDIA card, and it is old, but it is supported by FFmpeg, so we'll try to make a video in the future.
And the right operating system. CUDA for the win. I mean, for the Windows. Advanced.
In fact, so there's always a problem installing NVIDIA drivers on Linux. Sorry, Linux guys, maybe. So I've used NVIDIA cards on the Linux, and it is always a problem. You got to install the right drivers provided by them, not the open source that work and don't work. And it is always a problem with Windows. You have the drivers directly from NVIDIA, so it is less of a problem, let's say.
Advanced options were the demuxers, panic protocols. At the end of the day, you'll probably ever just need one command and the same command over and over, and that one you'll get from Stack Overflow. Without
So at least most of the times you're using the same comments or the same flags. In fact, when I was working with the proprietary videos, there were 3-4 flags that you were using and nothing else. The other I discovered later when I needed some production videos, if you needed to make new videos, or even the videos for YouTube themselves. I discovered some flags more as soon as I was working with the videos about FFmpeg. So discover FFmpeg, making videos about FFmpeg.
Without understanding FFmpeg, but I can recommend understanding it. Not that I do. Is there anything better than FFmpeg?
No.
No! I must have the wrong version. Oh, no, it's using minus filter complex. Skip loop filter skips loop filtering. So logical. Skip IDCT skips IDCT quantization. So logical. Skip frame skips decoding. Obviously, yours have different H.264 base profiles. All inputs must have the
All is logical, all is fine.
same attributes. Baseline, high. Well, yeah, but in that case, the frame size is not restricted. Here, I'll show you. Why is this video broken? Actually,
All the times. Break videos, and this goes to an end, you break the video. I don't know.
I don't really use FFmpeg. I just automate media encoder with AppleScript.
So in the end, you always find a way to get into. So
Why did we learn Python?
Really cool video. And thank you very much, Programmers Are Human, for posting videos like this. It is really fine. I really enjoyed it. When people told me that there is this video, and I would like to share it with you also and comment it together. So if you got other comments, please like, share and subscribe, and comment and hit the notification bell so to stay notified with the new videos I'll be releasing about multimedia, but not like so. So we're also making other content that is not related to FFmpeg in the future. I would like to complete the cycle first about FFmpeg and then proceed with something else. So just to have a complete guide for you guys if you would like to use it. So for the moment, thank you very much. And I hope you'll see you next time with other videos dealing with FFmpeg, but not only, multimedia and much more. Ciao!